And welcome back. Earlier this week, we went through and we assembled the back wall of our basement. We are building our dream house. It is a single sloped roof barn door. Now this type of, all right, let's go. Eric is running his family farm and home fashion today, along with his 2 work pants. He has his matching shirt and hat on, and his matching cup. You're such a dork. How come your shoes don't match?
I don't know. These are comfy.
Alright, so here's his latest lumber haul from Menards. Just because we get the 11% rebate back, so we're actually saving a lot of money by going to Menards.
I forgot to put my flag on the back too.
Oh, naughty. And didn't you say you ran into it?
I did.
You ran into your own lumber pile. I guess maybe you should put the flag on first thing.
Yeah,
yeah, that's definitely sticking out quite a ways. Alright, now that we have the entire back wall done, we have to switch into the interior walls of the basement. Now, we're not going to be finishing up the basement for years down the road. However, some of these walls are weight-bearing walls, so we have to make sure they get done before we put the floor trusses on above us. So the plan of attack is we are going to put 2 pivot points with boards into this wall, and we're going to lift it by hand, and the pivot points are going to fall down into place like little feet stoppers, keeping it approximately 3 feet off the ground, and hopefully the tractor can lift it the rest of the way without sliding. Hopefully. While it didn't seem like it at first, this wall was actually massively large compared to our other 3 that we had previously done. The distinguishing factor on this wall was the fact that it had a double doorway right in the center. All of our other doors and walls were singles, but that double really threw us. Eric had loaded it up with studs to make sure it was extra strong. This was a weight-bearing wall in the center of the room, so we really wanted to make sure it was going to do its job. But unfortunately, that meant that lifting it was going to be a battle for the 3 of us, and the tractor simply could not get a good enough angle on it to be able to pull it up without us. Now, thankfully, we did have the foresight to engineer in some unique drop legs to the side of this wall. The drop legs were nice because as we lifted it, they would fall down. And this basically gave us a little bit of extra leverage in the event that we couldn't continue lifting it and we had to bail really quick. It wasn't necessarily going to prevent someone from getting squished by the wall, but it would at least help give them, hopefully, some time to get out of there. We tried again with the tractor to lift it where it stood. Maybe this was enough to get it up and over. But no, it still slid across the ground. It was not working.
How are we going to keep this up without it looking over?
Okay, so this is what we have engineered. Eric lifted the wall up and we put these temporary braces on right there, just enough so that we can knock out the middle swing arms. So this is a catch system, so it'll catch it. So the idea is that we're gonna lift it up to the point where the catches will drop and then very slowly lift it back up into place. How are we attaching this? You said it's just gonna attach to the top board up there?
And the wall. Concrete screws in the wall.
All right, so we got the side-by-side parked up there with a catch strap just in case. We've got extra braces down there. So hopefully, hopefully this will go up okay. So we attempted to lift it again by hand from where it stood. Maybe we could get underneath it enough and push it up, but I knew this was not a good idea since Eric was doing most of the lifting and this was gonna crush one of us if we didn't rethink this through. There was another looming issue. Even if we stood it up, there was nothing to prevent it from falling over the opposite way. And since we had plumbing on the ground, if it fell over, it would crush all of our plumbing. And that's when we realized that height was the definite limiting factor here. I wasn't tall enough to help Eric carry the load, so it was all balancing on him at this point. This was a really dangerous situation to be in. If one of us gave out, we would all end up getting crushed.
Oh shit!
So one of the things that we noticed when we were putting up this wall is that the board on the bottom is a little bit S-shaped. So it's always a good idea to measure end to end before you put in your next wall so that you make sure you align it correctly on the ground. Because this wall here that we're erecting was on the verge of being 1.5 inches longer than the other walls. So we have to go through and adjust it as we screw it down to the floor. But this is our last wall. Is it all ready to go? So this is gonna tie in there to there, and this is gonna basically separate off the bedroom from the living room. Bedroom. Won't be a bedroom for a while. Let me personally welcome you to our basement on our new house. Now, it's not all the way done. Okay, it's not done. We don't have all the rooms done. We just have the rooms that we needed to put up for the weight-bearing wall. But I can still kind of give you a general idea. So here we have our nice big French door. This is actually a normal size French door. Nothing too extravagant right here. Right here, we're gonna have stairs coming down, but we'll get to that down the road. Over here, we have our living room area. So we're not quite sure exactly what this is gonna be. This might be a soon-to-be living room, or it might be one down the road. We have a window right there, and we had to kind of put it right there because we have a deck coming off right here, and Eric decided that was the best place physically to put it. Originally, we had planned to put the TV right here on this wall, but because of the little bump out right here, I think that would be just a little bit tricky. So looking at the way it lays out, we might end up putting a big TV right there. So then we would have to have curtains right there and right there. But then if we put it right here, that would kind of lend a nice little sitting area right here. If you wanted to just sit here and read a book and look out the window into this beautiful view right here, which won't have a board right there. This is a nice big tall window, and then we could have a sofa right here, and then another love seat type of thing right there. All right, so you may or may not have noticed that a couple little changes have happened. There's gonna be a lot more changes yet to come the rest of this week. So here's what's happening. As you know, we are gonna be building our dream house for the next 2 years. The channel is going to be renamed This Life We Live, and it's going to document both the build of our house, plus a little bit of farming, plus a little bit of family life, and everything in between. It's going to be more of a vlog channel and less of a farming channel. Now, with that said, in order for that to happen, I also have to take off all of my farming videos. So what I decided I'm going to do is I started a new channel, a new WTFarm Girl channel, and I have been actively uploading videos twice a day, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time without fail. Everything is loaded up several days ahead of time, so these videos will come out every day at those times. I have almost 600 videos, so it's gonna take me probably the better part of a year or two to get all the videos transitioned onto this new channel. When videos are moved, they're pulled off my current channel and added to the new channel. So if you guys really enjoy watching my farming, here is the link to my farming channel. It is in the video comments. It is also in the video description. So click that link, click subscribe, and then you can watch all of the original videos coming out in order. And definitely be sure to leave a comment and give it a thumbs up if you like it. Now these are my old videos, so the editing is gonna be a lot lower quality. It's real and it's raw because that's how I started operating my channel. You guys have been amazing over the years. You guys, for a long time, were my only farming friends because no one in my family farmed. I didn't have any friends that farmed, and none of my neighbors really farmed a whole lot. So having you guys as a resource was so valuable. You guys have no idea. And sometimes I did vent way too much and I talked way too much. I still do. I will probably still do some farming videos on this channel very loosely. It might be integrated into what I'm already doing. All of the dedicated farming stuff is moving to the new channel. Leave your comments down below and definitely feel free to share the videos. Thank you guys. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Don't forget, we have the builder coming out. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.